Off play action. Here's Goff. And his first look is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They run it with a Hall of Famer, Eric Dickerson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Out of the gun, Goff. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Goff. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Here's Goff. Buying time to his left. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run with Campbell. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and fight for it here with Campbell. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. He'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Barkley, inside handoff. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. On play action, Prescott. Out to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. Forced out to his left. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Takes it at the 7. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Packers. Eric Dickerson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
A first down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Goff now looks to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 44.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Goff. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Johnson to return it. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Play action now. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Play action. It's Goff. And able to find Allen Lazard. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Inside give to Dickerson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Goff now to throw. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Dickerson on the handoff. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On 4th down, Goff steps away to his left. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They go up the middle with Campbell. And he'll get this down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Able to find Lazard, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Oh, a strip. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the 2nd half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 28 yards. From the 50, it's Goff. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Goff. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Troy Hill picks it, and the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. Fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Only a 1 yard gain, but good enough to just about finish this one off. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give to the big man, Campbell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On the handoff, here's Campbell. Room here to run. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the